This episode is brought to you by Tabletop Dominion. If the antics of the circus have given you the desire to roll some dice of your own, head to tabletopdominion.com and use the code DESIRE10. Hot out, so hot out here, hot out. Exploring Circus on tour, and from morning straight through to snoring, looking for the right place to set up camp, looking for some firewood not too damp. Then we're set, no sweat, taking turns for watch out for threat. Krill goes first cause he likes the evening, then goes Quinch, what's he perceiving? Sleep breathing, nothing to see, and then sleeping. Gray's turn to get up and be sentry, keep an eye for events. He sees little no danger shows, now Darbos time to go. His watch it started slow, but soon the portents grow. It's getting hot out here, too hot for little gnomes. It is getting so hot, Darbos might take his clothes off. It's getting hot out here, too hot for little gnomes. It is getting so hot, Darbos might take his clothes off. As animals flee from tongues of fire, the danger inches closer. Will Darbos panic and run away, or will he maintain composure? A sleeping circus surrounded by fire. What caused this flaming mess in dice and desire?
The tower bells ring through the streets of Waterdeep. It is market day, and as with any other market day, the streets are busy with merchants and those wishing to buy their wares. One of the beautiful things about this city is that on days like today, the young and the old, the rich and the poor, the noble and the common, all come together in a sense of community. A gnome family from Granite Home, consisting of mother, father and 9-year-old son, walk through the market. They are here because they have heard wonderful things about Waterdeep and decided to have a vacation to see what the fuss was all about. Given the throngs of people and their relatively small stature, their mother touches the young boy on the shoulder, leans down to him and reminds him to stay close, for fear that he will get separated from them. Not always intentionally, but the young lad has a history of losing his parents, and they do not want to lose him in unfamiliar surroundings. As the family walk through the market, Darbos is now of an age where he is starting to admire the fine clothing, jewellery, food and various other items that can be found at markets. He wonders how people can be so talented as to create these items, or be able to find those things that have their own natural beauty. This is the biggest market he has ever seen, and so the variety is beyond anything he has ever experienced. An hour or so into the day, Darbos notices a wooden mechanical item on one of the stalls. Shaped like a dolphin jumping from the sea, the merchant moves a piece within the intricate puzzle and withdraws his hand. Darbos becomes entranced by the perpetual motion that is on show, and how the animal continues to move independent of the merchant's interference. It is a few weeks before Darbos' 10th birthday, and he now has his heart set on this being his present. Turning to his mother to ask whether she would buy it for him, he notices that she is not there, nor is his father. Just as she is warned, he has somehow become separated from his parents once again. He is naturally distressed at the situation, and searches the local vicinity to see if he can spot them, but he knows the market can be a dangerous place, filled with vagrants and criminals. He is just a 9-year-old boy, but already has enough street smarts to know he shouldn't act too distressed for fear that these unsavoury types will take advantage of the situation. Fortunately, the family are staying close by, and so decides they should set off for the inn they are currently calling home. Even if his mother and father are distressed at losing their son, and even if they search high and low for him, at some point they will need to return there. That is his best chance of being reconnected with them. But before he does, Darbos remembers that toy again, and feels a calling to it, both needing it for his own amusement, but also that curiosity of his needs to understand the inner workings. He returns to the stall, asking the merchant if he can buy it. Looking down at Darbos, the merchant tells him that the item will cost 1 gold piece. His parents would be able to afford this, but Darbos himself only has 5 copper pieces on his person. This would usually end the conversation and deter Darbos. However, he simply cannot live without this item. He lingers for a few minutes around the stall, eyes fixated on the moving pieces, and waits until the merchant is suitably distracted by another customer. At this time, he slowly walks up to the stall, doing his best to remain unnoticed. As finally he reaches his goal, with lightning speed he snatches the item and runs back through the crowd. His feet are swift, his heart is racing, and the calls from the merchant are long behind him. But in front of this Dabov is something much worse than a disgruntled market holder. A creature of midnight black skin and fiery eyes opens his mouth, with smoke pouring out the sides, points his mace at you, and says something in a language unheard by anyone on this plane. Can you please roll me initiative? All of you that are asleep, can you please roll at disadvantage? Dabov, you may roll flat.
Are you sorry, are you about to show us something on the webcam?
Yep, I'm just about to move you to a map.
I don't understand. Are you sorry? You said roll at this advantage. What advantage?
Oh, disadvantage, MJ. Don't be silly. Don't be a tit. Right. So just to reiterate, then. So you've got this creature that has emerged from the forest. It's about 15, 20 foot tall. It's a huge thing, essentially giant size. It's walked out and it's got, as I say, it's got midnight black skin. It's got, where its eyeballs are, there's essentially like eyeballs of fire. When it opened its mouth, Dabble would have seen inside its mouth was filled with fire as well. It's carrying a large mace, which at the top, rather than having just like a big flat object or whatever, this has actually got like a brazier that you would see like in a garden or something like that, and there's like a fire burning within that. Dweezil, you are up, but you are asleep, and right now nothing has happened. So realistically, I suspect nothing can happen. Or you can roll a perception, but nothing's happened for you to really.
Yeah, but it's come bursting through, hasn't it? So it's not like the noise of battle, but
there would have been a few. There probably would have been a few trees maybe pushed over.
Let me roll perception to see if it wakes me up.
Okay.
11.
11. So I would say probably not in your sleep state. No. Nothing happens for you. Dabov, it is your turn.
I have a couple of bells in my inventory, so I'm just gonna.
Why are Quinch and Krill in your inventory?
Why are they in there? It's my shit. Well, it's probably looking for gems, to be fair. Yeah, I'm going to ring those and make as much noise as I can to wake everyone up.
Okay.
I assume that's an action rather than a bonus or anything.
Yeah, I mean, I'll get you to, if you can roll a performance check just to see how accurately and how well you roll you ring these bells.
Right, performance check, yeah?
Yeah.
That is 15.
15. Okay, what I'll say is you've rolled there. I keep saying rolled. You rang those bells sufficiently loud that essentially on everyone else's turn they will have woken. But they'll still be laying down, so obviously in terms of movement they'll need to stand up and whatnot. It's worth noting as well, those of you with armour, think about whether you would truly be wearing armour if you were asleep. So you might want to consider whether or not that should be taken off of your AC. Especially the heavy armour. I suspect those, like Krill, for example, I'd suspect Krill probably wasn't wearing his lovely plate armour.
My half plate.
Because otherwise you wouldn't have been getting in sufficient sleep and long rests.
No.
Yeah, that's fine. I've taken it off.
Okay, cool.
Can I can't see any tents on the map, but can I use my bonus action to hide behind a tent?
I think when we've spoken before, you guys sleep
we
out
roll
in the
mad.
wild.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I don't think you tent up.
Yeah.
You can move though if you want to move as well.
Yeah, I think Quinch just tends to sort of sleep on the floor in his armour just to keep him warm.
How big's this
rock? You don't
rock?
get the benefits of a full rest if you sleep in
I was going to say, in which case you're going to be exhausted, mate. Sorry, Luke.
How big is this rock to the southwest of us?
This one here?
Yeah.
It's probably about 3 foot tall.
Well, Dabov is 3 foot tall. So could I use it for cover?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got just enough movement speed to make it to there. So I'm going to use that. I don't think... I could use a bonus action to hide, I suppose. Can I try that?
Yeah, I was going to say, if you can, it will be against his perception, because he's locked eyes on you already, so he's seen you.
Yeah, so is that a stealth check, yeah, presumably?
Yes.
Well, that is 27.
What's perception? It's wisdom, isn't it?
Yes.
What was that? 27?
27, yeah.
Ah, nice. That was a 20. So yeah, you sufficiently hide from this creature. Krill.
Yeah, Krill.
So you've woken up from the
okay.
bells.
Yeah, I've stood up. Had my wits about me.
So that's half your movements to stand up.
Okay, so I've got what, 20?
So 20 to move, yep.
So I've got 40, so I can move there. 20.
Is Krill awake now?
Yeah, Krill's awake.
Yeah.
Krill stood up. He's seen this big creature. He's seen Dabov sort of stuck, hidden behind the rock. Do we know if this creature's like aware of us? Is this creature definitely know we're here?
Yeah, it basically saw Dabov and sort of lifted and pointed its mace at him.
Okay. So I'm gonna say, sort of just on the outside, sort of outside of where we've bedded round the fire, Krill would have left his gear. And what he's left there is his armor piled and his satchel and all that stuff. But he's also got his javelins just sort of stuck in the ground. So he's going to sort of run 20 foot in this direction, if you'll allow me, where he's had his javelins stuck out the ground. And then what he's going to do is he's going to grab, he's just going to sort of, like a javelin throw at the Olympics, he's going to grab it and then run like a further 10 foot and just, what's the word that Gulliver uses? Hoy. He's going to absolutely hoy that javelin.
He's going to hoi polloi it, yeah.
Yeah, so it's going to be at disadvantage, I think, for that distance.
Go for it.
Where are you aiming for? His shin? Because then it'd be a hoishin course.
Don't understand that reference. Was it?
No.
It's hoi shin. He's trying to do hoisin sauce.
Okay,
I
so
think you should give him disadvantage on his next roll for such a shit joke.
does a 14 hit?
14 does not hit, I'm afraid. So that javelin goes either short or long. You decide.
I think...
Actually, let's let the dice decide.
Okay.
Let's see. 1 to 10 short, 11 to 20 too far.
Okay.
15. So it goes flying past him.
Okay. I was going to repeat the same thing again.
Okay.
Oh yeah, 13. So that's not going to hit.
No, doesn't hit.
Okay. No, so that's 2 javelins lost. I will use my bonus action to rage at this point.
Okay.
Can you roll for me, please?
12.
Unstable rage.
Okay. So it's now up to this creature who lowers his mace, and he is going to move to there. And what he's going to do from there is he's going to actually look for Dabov. So, an investigation check. Can you roll? Actually, no, you're hidden already. So, does that contested? Probably not. It's probably just against the DC. I'm going to say that fails. So, he still doesn't see Dabov from where you are. That is going to be the end of his turn. Quinch.
Quinch, awoken by all of this festering around, can he feel it? So Quinch is sort of piled next to the fire, the little fire that we've got keeping us warm. Can he now feel the heat of this creature that is, 35 odd feet away from him?
He can't feel the heat. The creature itself, it doesn't appear to be, but you certainly feel the heat that's emanating from the trees that are on fire.
Okay. Oh, Christ and fuck, this is worse than when I woke up in Shorevlin. I always stumble over the pronunciation of that one with its double apostrophe in the middle. Anyway, for some reason I've taken my armor off. Can I put the armor on?
Yeah, you can spend an action to put your armor on for the next round.
An action?
So I do that.
What is it normally?
Isn't it like 5
like 10
minutes? It's a.
Well, I'm just trying to be easy.
3 episodes
cheesy,
not having done it up properly. Like,
I'm trying to be easy cheesy. I'm trying to make it fun for people. I don't want to. Apparently no, Quinch. You're going to take 5 minutes, so you're all going to die because you can't put your armor on.
I don't know which one's the joke and which one's not now.
It is genuinely. I think using armor. Oh, sorry. Putting armor on is like a
light armor is a minute, medium armor is 5 minutes, heavy armor is 10 minutes, and then a shield is an action.
Okay.
Okay.
So no to that then. It's too long.
So 5 minutes is.
And I can't have
£30.
been. I can't have been just wearing it anyway. That's fine. I'll take it off. Okay. Quinch is going to run away. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So he's running to there, and he's just gonna ping off a sure shit. Couple of sure shit hots. Hear that? I called it hot.
Hot shots.
Called
Some
it
hot shots.
Using normal arrows or using sexy magic arrows?
Remind me about the sexy magic arrows. The +1s.
+3 in it.
+3.
A +3. Let's go for a standard. Let's test the water first. Right, first attack. 11.
Nope.
Second attack. Oh, that's a bit better. 19.
That does hit, yeah.
Oh.
We have got.
We're getting closer to learning the AC.
8 plus 1.
Oh, that's probably metagaming.
Well, I was going to ask something actually. I'll do it at the end of my turn, but 6 damage.
6 damage. Yeah, so that thunks into the side of it. It doesn't really pay any attention whatsoever.
So, is this creature that we're seeing? Can I visually identify it? Is it the token that I can see is like a flame fire elemental?
Yeah.
Is that what I'm seeing?
Ignore the token somewhat because I just used something that I found from the internet. But it is literally just imagine just a 20-foot, completely black skinned, like no hair, like just completely almost devoid of any color whatsoever. The only color it's got is coming from its eyes and its mouth.
And that color is
fire.
Oh, it is. Okay, so there is visible fire.
It's literally like it's got fire, like eyes of fire, and there's a like when it does open its mouth, you can see fire from within, and then it's also got this mace, which has like a brazier on it as well, so you can see the. Yeah.
So in that case, to end my turn, I will yell out a battle cry. Not a battle. It's actually not a battle cry. It's a battle query.
I've got some questions.
Does anyone know if this thing is weak to sort of ice or water or wind? Does anyone know this thing's potential weaknesses?
I'd start with water, to be honest.
You get an earth, wind, and fire to come down and join the fight.
Nice, good reference. I'll start crying if he does.
Right. Anything else, Quinch?
No, sorry, that's it.
Yeah. Gregomel Wallows, you are now awake.
Because Greg's only just gone to bed, like relatively recently.
He was like, rolls over.
Yeah, he's kind of a bit groggy when he wakes up after hearing the bells, and he can only imagine that. You know, when those mornings where you kind of go to sleep and then you just wake up and you don't feel like you slept at all. He's kind of just imagining that, so he's just having to rummage around and not looking behind him. He's just going to pull out a coffee pot and he's just going to put it on the fire. And then he's just going to stand up and do a little stretch. And with that, can I just ready an action in case the beast charged towards us or something like that?
Okie dokie, yeah. What action are you going to...
I'm going to ready a spell, I think. And it's just got to be magic missile because that's like Greg's go-to standard. I do have a question about my wand, though. It does need a tuning. Are we saying that in my short rest it has attuned to me?
I would say that probably. It says, isn't it a long rest to attune it?
I'm pretty sure it's a
So you
short rest, but
So
could.
you wouldn't. Do you know what I'm going to say is you would have got that in Everland. You probably would have had a short rest on the ride, like along the way. You probably would have stopped for a little bit for some lunch and stuff like that. So yeah, I'll say it's attuned.
Nice. Okay. And with that, I think that's now going to be Greg's standard thing. So rather than him pulling out like his quarter staff or what he would normally do, it's now just he's going to have his wand like hidden up his sleeve kind of thing.
Is that his spell focus now?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Right. Is that it then? He's just making some coffee?
I'm just making some coffee and just readying a magic missile in case something pops out.
Why not? Okay, top of the round. And as we get to these seconds, what you then start seeing is this fire start to spread up towards the horses.
Oh no.
Oh my god, what?
Dweezil, you are awake.
More importantly, the fire's spreading up towards Sebastian.
Yeah, this is going
know
to
he's
be
gonna be
getting a bit Jurassic Parky for me.
I think I might just grab my belongings and leg it to Dos. Can I get to Dos in one move? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Just, yeah.
Yeah.
No?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Yeah, I can just get...
yeah, you can get to
Dos.
Yeah.
Can I pick up my stuff as a free action?
Yeah, I'll allow that.
Right, so I'm going
to... You might not accurately get everything, but you just sort of scoop it all up as you're running.
Yeah. So I'll pick up my stuff and I'll leg it over to Dos. And then I will... Let's just try something pretty simple and basic. As I shout, Igvil Jessen, you are stricken and laughter leaves you prone. Comedic mage from days of yore. Of this I do intone. I'm just going to cast Tashes as a first level spell on this creature.
And what is that?
Charisma? It is I think it's a Wizzy save. Wizzy save.
Wizzy save, okay.
Unless it's got an intelligence of 4 or less.
Which it doesn't, though.
No.
So that succeeds.
How do you know?
So that doesn't.
Didn't tell you what my spell DC is.
It succeeds.
Spell DC, my save DC is 27.
Okay, it succeeds.
Legendary actions, isn't it?
In which case, I'll just look for Lorne.
Where's Lorne?
Hey.
Got rid of the thing. All right. Dabble.
Seeing that no one else, actually no Krillers, I suppose, but seeing Dweezil go for the horse and Quinch running away, I'm going to kind of assume that we're not planning to fight this thing. Would you say, if we're going for the horses?
I was more about just getting the horses safe away from the fire.
Are they tied up or are they just positioned over there?
Well, I mean,
tied up, I'd assume.
I would have thought you would tie them up because you wouldn't want them wandering off. That's what I've assumed. But if you can really convince me that you wouldn't have tied up horses that are under no, allegiance to you, so to speak.
Our mates at this point, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, you could argue that Krill's art said to them, "Stay," but they are their own sentient beings that could do what they wanted. So,
okay. I'm gonna take Dweezil's lead, having seen the fire move and Dweezil sprint over. I am going to cast Silent Image where I am. Yeah, right. So it's 15-foot cube. So I'm going to cast it where I am.
Yeah.
Of myself.
Yeah.
And just have it kind of keep peering around the rocks, like a sort of animated GIF, if you will, of me still in place. And then I'm going to attempt to sneak there. What happens if I sneak?
So what I'm going to say is I'll have another stealth from you, at advantage because he didn't know where you were in the first place. Although, pretty obvious where you were. But he because he didn't spot you hiding where you were, I'll give you advantage on this one. But then what I'm going to do is I'm going to just pop a little cheeky little
Fake dab off.
Yeah, a fake dab off down here.
Well, I have rolled a natural 20 with advantage, which makes it 29.
Okay, so you managed to, especially with this, especially with the silent image, you managed to get away from him without him noticing where you were. You are now out in the open, which means if he looks for you now, then realistically he could probably find you a lot easier. But certainly from that movement that you did just then.
The point of the silent image was to almost get spotted. I don't know if that'll help distract him. Like it's peering around the rock, but not very subtly. It's a sort of stick your head out, look for like a second or two. It's supposed to be a decoy. Is the thought behind it?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, so I think we'll deal with that in a second.
Yeah, so I've cast a spell. I haven't used my bonus action yet. But realistically, there's not a lot I can do unless you'd let me untie a horse as a bonus action.
No, I don't think so. Not with that, no.
Let me just check any bonus actions if I have anything interesting. I don't think I do. Can I help Dweezil unsheath the horses? So I can't do anything yet.
Unsheath?
Unsheath.
Or rolls it back. No.
So can I help?
What were they doing?
God knows. God, what am I doing? Can I help Dweezil untie the horses? Presumably that'll only happen on his round, but can I help him assist?
So assuming that's what Dweezil's going to do with his next round, then it'll give him advantage on his next
Well, I'm going to assist Dweezil with whatever he plans to do, is my official action.
Lovely. Krill.
Go on, big boy.
Will you roll for me, please?
Let's see. That is a 3.
Oh, it's so close. Wait, is it?
No.
Is it initiative +1 or?
No, it's your proficiency, isn't it?
Yeah, what's my proficiency?
3. Everyone's is 3 at the moment.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh. So D100, baby. We've got some wild ragings. We have got 80.
80. And that's interesting. Any creature within 5 feet of you may use their action to force you to make a single attack against a creature of their choice.
No one's within 5 feet of you.
It does no, but it doesn't mean this turn. Just at any point, anyone within 5 feet of me, when it gets to their turn, can use their action.
Yeah, it sticks around.
Interesting. Puppeteering vibes.
Yeah.
So basically, we can goat him on to hit the big creature and just stand back and not take damage ourselves. That's what we'll get at.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just charging me up.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Come on, hit him!
So what's the rest of your turn then?
It's gonna be stupid, isn't it, if I attack him?
Nah, you'll be alright.
Krill just has this mentality that he can take on and beat anything.
Yeah, you'll be alright.
I don't
and
know
it's
why.
not the smart thing to do.
You'll be
Does
alright.
anyone think that as well as the armor, that Krill is probably fighting naked?
He's probably got
And oiled up
on.
for some reason.
Yeah,
Well, I want to see the fan art for that.
Right, what are you doing then, Krill?
Yeah, I mean, I've got to attack to maintain the rage.
You've got a rage on.
Yeah.
You picked up your javelins, though. Have you got your hands on your chopper, or?
I sleep with the chopper. There's no mechanical disadvantage to sleeping with my chopper, so I'm gripped up.
Gripped up.
Yeah. Yeah. Fuck it. It's probably gonna get set on fire or some shit when I attack him, but fuck it. Yeah, let's move 25 foot.
Okay.
And let's try and chop off his big burning fucking legs.
Okay.
So
this doesn't have the giant mechanic, by the way. This is just a normal battle. There's no like legs, arms, and all that stuff.
How tall is this fire beast?
He's about 20 foot.
Okay, so he's a big boy.
Yep.
What's crazy is that he's 20 foot tall and also 20 foot in diameter. Quite a big sphere of a man.
Sphere.
Thick.
He's a thick boy. Yeah, great weapon master, reckless attack, all of that boring shit. Yeah, neither of those are going to hit. And
What
then, well, they'd be 6s.
Okay.
So I'm just going to do it again.
Did you reckless?
Yeah, all that shit. 19.
That hits, yeah.
28 damage.
28 damage. Okie dokie. So yeah, your axe goes smack into it, doing some damage. You don't see any blood or anything else coming out.
So in
Just
terms of
sinks
movement,
yeah.
If I move away from him, I would he'd get an opportunity attack.
Yeah.
But if I were to move and maintain the distance, how would that?
Yeah, I mean, I as long as you're within his range, I tend to let it go.
Okay,
but
so
it's
I'm
if
going to
you
move
leave.
across to here then, because I'd still say that's within 5 foot of this one here.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I've moved across to that side, and that's my turn.
Okay. Okie dokie. So, he is going to.
I'm assuming as well that thing about anyone within 5 foot also applies to him.
Arguably.
If he wanted to use his action for that.
Arguably.
He would-
Arguably.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he's. Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. Certainly not in the short term, but it's possible. Yeah. He looks down at Krill. Looks down at sort of.
Don't we all?
No, that's look down on, not at. So he looks down when you hit him with your axe. Sees that you've sort of sunk in, and he sort of just looks at you, and just like opens his mouth and just like just breathes at you, and you feel like hot air coming down to you. But aside from that, he doesn't do anything. And what he actually does is he just starts walking on. So you can have an opportunity attack against him.
Ooh.
Okay, so because I reckless, that means all my attacks this turn are at advantage, from what I understand.
I assume so.
Let me have a look.
I don't know if that applies also
when
to
you make your first attack on your turn, you can decide to attack recklessly, give you advantage on melee weapon attack melee weapon attack rolls using strength during this turn. So that would still be
yeah. This round, this turn, isn't it? This round of combat. So yeah.
22.
22 hits.
Okay, I'm just seeing if I can Great Weapon Master. Yeah, so I can Great Weapon Master that as well. So yeah, so 22. Oh, that's actually a natural 20.
Oh, okay, okay.
So it's plus 10, plus 12, 16, plus 10, 26, plus 12, 38, plus 2, 40.
40, okay. Okay. So yeah, this third attack, I guess, in the last couple of seconds, definitely, does a lot more damage to him, and he notices a little bit more, but he still carries on striding away. So whoever he was there, wasn't he? So 3. So he's going to get to there, and at this point, he starts seeing the ducking and diving dab off at the rock. What I'm going to do for this point is he's going to have a wisdom, not saving throw, a wisdom check, I guess, to see whether he's fooled by this. And I'm going to set a DC of... there's nothing in Silent Image about this, is there, Luke?
They can determine if it's an illusion with a successful investigation check against my spell save DC.
Okay, so what's your spell save DC?
Fuck knows. What do I roll for that? Spell attack, I've got a plus 6.
So
14, I think.
Yeah, that sounds all right.
Yeah, save DC is what, 14.
Yeah, okay. If you're on Beyond, it should show you, no?
Yeah, I just didn't know where to look. I haven't had to do this before with.
So 14,
myself.
yeah?
Yeah.
So, and that's a what? That's an investigation.
Yes.
So, he rolled a natural 17. So, yeah, he determines that is fake. So what I'm going to say is that's his action. He now knows that isn't the mirror image. Let me just double check if he's got anything he can do on his bonuses. No. So there's nothing he can do currently at the end of his round. He might just carry on moving round, actually, because that wasn't his full movement. So when he sees that, he's going to move up here. Actually, he's going to move towards where he originally saw Dabov. He's going to be over this way. Okay, so that's him. Quinch.
Quinch is going to pop off a couple more arrows. Again, we'll go standard for now. Not too concerned just yet. So first one, a 10 bang. So unlikely, I'd say.
That is very unlikely, actually.
Fair
Pretty
comment.
Unlikely, really.
Fair comment.
Are you raging at all?
No, not yet. Second is 6.
6. That's even less likely, I would say, than 10.
Didn't hit either. Okay, so what type of action is equipping my shield?
That is a normal action which you can't take because you've just attacked.
In that case, so the creature is sort of roughly walked in Quinch's direction, sort of diagonally towards him. Quinch is going to go diagonally northwest towards the horses and towards the trees. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. He's going to move towards... Who is the horse that is at the very top of the pile of horses? Or most north?
It's Greg's horse, whichever one that is.
Mine is Trez.
That's Trez. Okay, he's walked towards Trez with his successful attacks.
Okay.
And he just re-ups. Yes, I don't know if the wind is carrying my voice well, but I didn't hear anyone answer my battle query, so if anyone knows that, even if it's just to say that you don't know, that would be great.
Cool. Greg Mel Wallows.
All right, Greg.
How's the coffee brewing?
It's brewed. He's pouring it into his cup, and he's going to turn around and
in 6 seconds. Jesus Christ, that is one hell of a cup of coffee.
It's just hot water.
I'm a warlock, mate. Yeah, I can do what I want. Bring it instantly to the boil. Basically, a human Tassimo system.
So you're a warlock. You don't even know what you are. You tell us off.
Oh, Jesus, yeah. Okay, I'm a sorcerer. Damn you. Yeah, Greg's going to turn around. He's going to notice this big boy. He'll be like, hands off, this is my coffee. And with that, I'm going to move away because I don't want to be next to a big boy. So I'm running off with my coffee. 15, 20, 25, 30. You
can just imagine him running like.
Yeah, he's got to pick up his gown, like it's a dress, and then kind of run with it.
Not his normal gown. It's actually got like a nightgown and like the sleeping cap.
Yeah.
Like Wee Willie Winky.
It's like the granddad out of Willy Wonka's, basically.
Did you want to do anything?
Yeah.
Did your magic missiles fire off?
Can I fire him off from last go if I readied it? Does that work like that?
You readied it and said if he strode towards you.
Okay, yeah. So I'll fire those off from the last go then. Let's do that. So I'm going to do it at a 3rd level because why not? Actually, no, I won't. I'll do it at a 2nd level. So 11 plus 4, 15 damage. 15 damage,
okay.
I will also roll you a d20.
Yeah, please.
Which is a natural 1, so it's definitely going to pop off.
One hundo got some wild magic going on as well. Wild magic, wild barbarians. Go for it then. Do you want me to roll 100 or do you want to do it?
No, I'll let you do it. Go for it.
Yeah. Okay. So, have you got your table there? Oh no, I've got the table, haven't I? Let's see. That is a 72. Let's see what happens with sorcerers on a 72.
I'm pretty sure that's grow 2 inches.
It'd be nice. Wow. Awesome. You gain resistance to all damage for the next minute.
Whoa.
Wow.
Get tanking. Come on.
I mean, it doesn't really help when I've got like 10 AC, but yeah, fine.
Just turn into a barbarian for the next minute.
And for this goes action, I'm gonna take heed in what Quinch has said, and I am going to pop off a cantrip of a ray of frost onto him, I think, which is a natural 20.
Oh, big up.
Wow. Crits ahoy.
Crits ahoy! Damage wise, it's going to do 2d8. So damage wise, that's an 11 damage, and then we're just doubling that, right?
No, so we're taking maximum, so 2d8 would be 16.
Yeah.
Plus your 11.
Oh, nice.
So 27. Okie dokie.
27 cold damage, right?
Yes, it is cold damage.
Okay, so you've smashed into him some magic missiles and whatever. What was that? That was the
Ray of Frost.
Ray of Frost. And he very much has noticed Gregor Melwallows on the battlefield.
Yeah, be scared, bitch.
So we're back to the top of the round.
I mean, on the downside, my coffee is now like an iced coffee rather than an actual hot coffee.
And what you then see is that fire starting to spread again towards the horses.
Very interesting.
It's not quite at the horses right now. Actually, let's move that down there. It's not quite at the horses just yet, but you're thinking probably another 6 seconds or so until it gets to them. So, Dweezil.
Right, what I want to do is mount Doss.
So, Doss is not the one you're next to, right?
I believe he is.
That's Nathan's the one at the bottom.
I like how you ran towards Mike's horse and not your own one.
Why does it say Dweezil Vanzafir on it then?
Right, the bottom says Krill. I think you'll find.
This one, the bottom one is Krill.
The bottom one says Dweezil Vanz. Oh, right, no, so it's the second one there. Is that? Yeah. Right, so what I want to do is I want to hop up on Doss.
But, okay, Stuart, we do just always need to remember, I feel like I need to say this every session, we do always need to remember that Doss is my horse. Even though everyone thinks it's their horse, it is actually Quinch's horse. And let's just all remember that.
It is true, actually. I think there are only 3 horses, which is Kevin, Nathan, and Doss. Like Uno and Trez just get cut out of the conversation at all times.
Everyone just fucking claims ownership of Doss every time.
Hey, I said earlier mine was Trez. Come on.
Right. Yeah,
mine's
Uno.
Kevin, and now Martin.
I'm gonna jump. I'm gonna unhook Uno and Nathan.
Yes.
I'm gonna mount Uno.
Yes.
And lead Uno and Nathan slightly northeasterly. I'm not like running away. I just want to get those. I can't get all the horses, but I can get Uno and Nathan. And I'm
okay.
So. What are you saying that's going to do in terms of kind of actions?
So that'll be an action to do it. But what I would do is, given that the fire is coming, closer to them, give me an animal handling check just to see how receptive they are to you and whether they're skitterish. How skitterish they are.
I don't know if it helps, but I queued the action, didn't I, to help Dweezil?
Yeah. So I would, even though these aren't, even though this isn't your horse or either of these are your horse, Dabov, what I would say is, they're familiar with you and hopefully you've sort of learned, they're various, personalities. So you're sort of helping Dabov just to calm them. So yeah, you got advantage on this, Dweezil.
Flat 15.
Flat 15. Yeah, I'll say with that, they are clearly worried about what's approaching them. But they know you, they know Dabov, and you're able to, not quite calmly, but certainly not running away. So what I'll do is then, you take me to where you want them to go.
I'll whiz them kind of just up here. Have I got a bonus action?
You got a bonus? Yeah, that was your main action.
Let me fire a bardic inspiration at Krill in the traditional way. Krill, I like your pubes.
Which you can probably see.
Yeah, Krill's at like an insane level of rage, but when he hears it, his ears just sort of prick up a little bit, and he just gets a big smile. Yeah.
Dabov.
Cool. How many horses could I unsheath in a?
I don't know. Are they next to each other, or how's this going?
I would say, given these are full-size horses and you're only a gnome, probably just the one.
One and a goat
compared to Dweezil. So I'll let you get the goat free as well.
So one horse, one goat.
Yeah.
One cup. Right. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna move there and just I'm gonna use the proper word, unhook the horse.
No, unsheath.
Okay, I'm gonna unsheath.
Unsheath the Trojan.
I'm just gonna, while I do it like the horse whisperer that I am, just whisper, I'm just gonna unsheath you. And then I'm gonna follow in Dweezil's footsteps and just get whoever's horse this is at the bottom.
So give me an animal handling check just to make sure Quinch's horse, which it is suitably okay with you.
Okie dokie. Well, that is 17.
Yeah. Okay. Unless you've got any minuses, I'm assuming that's gonna succeed. So
well,
yeah,
it was
again,
18
you get
-1. So yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. So yeah, you get the horse. Where do you want? You take me to where Dabov would lead the horse, just behind.
Maybe just a bit sort of north, but yeah, just trying to keep all the horses together. And,
I mean, for a second
Sebastian.
there, it did look like Greg was about to get stampeded by like horses.
Wild horses. Right. As you do that, though, you notice that as you move astride the horse, the creature has spotted you.
Oh,
cool.
So, is that your?
Do I do that as I move the horses?
Yeah.
And does he look like he's looking at me with intent? Because I still have some movement speed left.
No, we don't have a tent. We've already established this.
Very good. Very good. Is he imagining me in a tent, though?
Oh, aren't we all?
He's imagining you unsheathing him.
Nice.
Yes. Intent, whether you could tell that from this distance from a creature that doesn't have, eyes, normal eyes, I don't know what you would.
But does he sort
glean
of
from him? He looks at you. I'll leave it at that. He stares not at Dweezil, but he I guess the whole movement in that direction probably alerts him. But as he looks in your direction, he sees you.
Yeah.
Particularly.
So, assuming I've been paying attention to him at least vaguely, I've already seen him go after the illusion that I left behind, and he's now looking in my direction. He's noticed me move, but didn't really notice Dweezil. Okay. Would it be reasonable for me to figure out? Actually, fuck it. I'm gonna use my own intellect and just assume that he's focusing on me a little bit.
You do that thing where you just sort of bob back and forth and watch if his eyes are following you.
Yeah, can I use all my movement speed to just move 5 foot back and forth? No, I'm gonna. I don't know how much have I moved? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Okay. I've still got a bonus action, so I'm gonna sprint for the rest. So
does Dabov
about there?
Has it ever been established whether Dabov has talked about his family with us?
I don't think I have.
I think he mentioned them back in Zephyros's castle. I would suspect that you being on the road with him for several weeks, he would have talked about his family.
Why we?
I thought he was quite secretive about it.
Assuming this is his dad or something, are we?
Well, it's just weird that we got the flashback at the beginning and now we got this, isn't it?
That sounds like metagaming a little bit.
He did once have that nightmare where he was saying, "Mum, market, dolphin toy."
Shit, rumbled. I'm gonna
running in his sleep.
Yeah,
like a dog,
just making dolphin noises, flapping around like a dolphin out of water. So I'm gonna sprint over to there.
Did you dart there? You darted there on your own, right? Not with that.
Yeah, I've left the horses. Yeah. And can I quickly utter
you can say something.
4 words as I'm running?
Are those the 4 words you want to?
Can I say 4? No. Can I talk while running, basically?
Yeah.
I don't know if that's like an action or not. Because I think you need an action
to
talk to people, don't you?
You may.
Right. It's while running, so do as you will. I'm going to just say to Dweezil, look after the horses. And then run away.
I was expecting something really profound to drive the story on. Look after the horses.
Actually, he's just said fuck shit as he's running.
Yeah.
No,
All-
look
all
after
the
the
while-
horses.
All the while, no one's answering Quinch's questions.
Well, Greg at least
Krill.
acted upon him.
Yeah.
Krill, your turn.
I mean, that was like
Um,
6 seconds ago, technically.
So Krill's gonna run, and he's gonna he's got a rage on, so he's pitching a 10. And as he's running, he's gonna slide. Like, what's the leg span of this big fella?
The leg span.
What's his
Is
gait?
he doing the splits now?
How big's his gait? Like,
I mean,
Are you going to kick it in like you did with Hyatt?
are you trying to get between them? Are you trying to
I'm gonna try and slide between his legs. Alternatively, I'll slide next to him, but
Go for the danglies.
I will
Ring him like a
I'll
bell.
I'll allow you to do a dex roll if you're trying to literally knee slide between his
it'll
legs
be
and arrive the other.
athletics because I've got really good athletics. Sorry, that's probably metagaming.
Yeah, I'll allow that. It's fine. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm gonna so let's try the athletics first. So I have advantage on athletics checks, but it's not a push or pull, so it's been normal.
Depends what
Be
you're
doing
doing.
Yeah, Ben Paul.
24.
Yeah, so you managed to like a kid at a wedding, managed to knee slide underneath him.
Yeah, so I'm doing the slide. I've got my axe up above me, reckless, all that bollocks. And as I'm sliding, I'm going to attack, but I'm going to go, Quinch, maybe try water! And then, yeah.
Okay, attack.
Remember, you've got bardic inspiration if your rolls shit.
16.
Doesn't hit.
Fuck it.
What a dickhead. Why didn't you use your bardic inspiration?
He's testing the water.
Wait,
Testing the fire.
16? Did you say
Yeah,
16?
16.
Yeah.
Christ, spicy boy.
And then, I guess, as he sort of slides, how would I do that? Like, continue a slide, but give a second attack. So as I sort of get to about here, I'd say my momentum stops, and then I sort of... I don't know. Could I spin on the spot? How wet is it?
Can you make him roll for friction burns, Nate, please?
On what part of his body? We've got knees. Always saying he's got a big enough dick that is dragging along the ground.
Just yells Mazel Tov from the other side of the battlefield.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm just going to sort of spin on the spot and try and catch him again, I guess.
Yeah, go for it.
Are you sliding back the other way?
Quick dab of cast grease.
He just fucks off to the next town.
A 19.
There, that hits.
17.
17.
Yeah, that you got a natural. Bardic Inspiration, I can't add it to damage, is it? It's just check.
No.
It's just the roll itself.
Yeah, 17.
Okie dokie. Right.
So and are we saying I'm prone? Given the slide.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Why not? You're down. Cool. Okay, so it's now its turn. It's now spotted Dabov.
Thank you so much for listening to Dice and Desire. If you were...
Hello.
Quinch, what are you doing here?
I thought I'd help out with the promo.
No, Quint, no, come on. You're just going to talk about random place names that don't exist.
No, I wasn't. I was going to talk to you about my adventures in Valaquanth, the very best that the Tendering Meadows has to offer.
God, if you have to be here, at least read this out.
Okay, what have we got here? Leave us a review on Apple or Podchaser.
Oh, yeah, it was fine. It's pronounced Apple, but that was fine. Now read this bit.
You can also follow us on Twitter, Facebook and Instagram. Just search Dice and Desire.
I'm actually very surprised that was all pronounced correctly. Thanks, Quinch. Thank you guys for listening. Do exactly as Quinch said and help us out in those various ways. And we look forward to sharing another episode with you very soon.
After the loss of his father, Colin must start over at a new school in a new city and make new friends. None of this comes easy to Colin, but he quickly finds a small group of like-minded role-playing friends that accept him for the slightly awkward teenager that he is. At the weekends, as Sebastian, he battles to save Callum's Reach from the dark, malevolent creatures that inhabit the Brood Forest as part of their weekly game. During the week, Colin, prone to overthinking everything, must learn to face his own demons as he battles to fit in at Ridge Valley High School. Can Colin put into practice some of the skills that his character is learning and make the same impact at school as Sebastian is in the Brood Forest? Can his weekly game help Colin in more ways than he realises? The only way to find out is to read the book and see if Colin can become the Warlock at Ridge Valley.